This is Laserbolt and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to be covering a very hot and interesting topic, and we're going to be talking about Destiny versus Outriders. Now, I know there is a lot of mixed opinions, whether you're a Destiny fan, non-Destiny fan, a Destiny detractor, or if you are a content creator of Destiny content. There is a lot of mixed kind of opinions. Some people are saying, no, it's not like Destiny. Some people say it's a Destiny clone. Other people are saying, no, it has no similarity. These games are completely different. It's more like The Division. So there's a lot of misconceptions. Today, I'm going to break down a couple of aspects about the game. What are the kind of the similarities to Destiny? What are the things that separate it and make it different? And why, if you're a Destiny player or a Division player or a loot and shooter fan, you should definitely consider this game and definitely take a look at it. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about it. Now, before we do, I do want to remind you guys about our January giveaway. We're giving away one free copy of any game that you want for 2021 for any system of your choice. To enter and participate, it's super duper easy. All you got to do is click the pinned comment and be a subscriber to the channel. And that's it. You guys are automatically entered. So good luck to everybody's participating. The winner will be announced on the first week of February. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, guys, so as you guys may already know, if you've been following the channel, I am a huge fan of loot and shooters. Definitely one of my favorite genres in all the games that are out there. I love all of the genres, but loot and shooters have a really good place in my heart. As you may already know, if you probably don't know, my channel got mostly established by making Destiny content. I played Destiny. I played the heck out of Destiny. Like I played it ever since the alpha, and I fell in love with the game, fell in love with the concept of loot and shooters. But after a while, I came to the conclusion where everybody kind of is right now, right? There is a problem with Destiny. There's a situation, there's a problem with Destiny. And a lot of other people have tried to copy and remake the formula. We've seen games like Vision, we've seen Anthem, Godfall. All of these games have tried to tap into that, fan base of Destiny and try to fix all the issues Destiny has and made it better. I think we've actually come into the term where we actually might have a game that might actually live up to the hype. And I say this with a very modest opinion because they are not hyping up this game. Like, this game does not have a lot of hype, but they're very, very cautious about the hype meter. They're trying to keep, make sure that they don't hype it up, but they feel like this might be the working formula and might be the option that corrects everything that's wrong with Destiny and have it fixed. So with that being said, let's take a look at what are the similarities of the game. So number one, let's start off with the classes. As you guys know, in Destiny, we have a total of 3 classes. We have Warlocks, Titan, and Hunters. In Outriders, we don't have 3. They actually upped the game up and gave us 4. And if you guys kind of go on a reference, since this is a Destiny versus Outrider video, we have the Pyromancer, which is very similar to the Warlock. We have the Devastator, which is very similar to the Titan. We have the Trickster, which is very similar to the Hunter class. And then we have the additional one, the Technomancer, which is a different class, very similar to Flak if you played Borderlands 3. So he is like a pet class, but not with pets, but with actual machine guns. Now, I have a complete breakdown of all these classes if you want to kind of figure out exactly what these classes bring to the table. And you guys are more than welcome to check it out. I'll leave the link in the annotations. In addition to the classes, all the classes tend to have a skill tree. Now, yes, the Destiny skill tree is very, very tiny. It's very small. This one actually, and it comprises of 3 different knots that you're able to tap into. This is very similar as well in Outriders. We have a skill tree with 3 different knots, even though these are a little bit more extensive and have way more skill points that you could put into these knots. They're still broken down into 3, and you have 3 options to actually build your character. In addition to that, guys, they also come with powers. Now, as you guys know, in Destiny, they're called abilities, and the game also has, like you have Stormcaller, you have, you have your Hunter, Blade Dancer, stuff like that. We have that same similarity that is found within Outriders. In addition to that, the other similarity is that it is a loot and shooter. So, it is a game where you have to go find loot. You have to do different missions. You have to do different campaigns. And of course, the higher level these campaigns are, the more likelihood you have to pick up this loot. It is also derived and comprised of different rarities. You have your blues, your reds, your purples, your gold, very similar to Destiny. You also have what is called in Destiny the Tower, which is where you find different vendors to upgrade your gunsmith. You find different vendors to get bounties from. The game also, Outriders, also has a very similar. I won't even call it tower because it's in the town, but it has the same similarity where you go to this town and you're able to find a gunsmith. You're able to find different vendors. You're able to buy weapon mods for your gun, so you're able to do all that. So very similar into that sense. As you guys may already know, Destiny is a sci-fi shooter, which is a kind of story goes where you're a guardian, and pretty much the world came falling down, and you're the last hope for survival or for humanity. Outriders is almost the same thing. You went to this planet trying to find out what the signal was, which is the anomaly, and then you gain power, and you're the last hope for humanity. So very similar. Everything revolves around a kind of sci-fi world where you're the last hope for us, the human race, right? Of course, each have different lores and different ways of the way they got there, but the similarities are there as far as the story is complex. So if you're seeing it right now, there is a ton of similarities. So for those of the content creators out there who are saying this game is totally different, I understand why people, content creators that play a lot of Destiny and their channels are only dedicated to Destiny, don't want a game to come out that's kind of takes the place of Destiny, because their channels will lose views. I understand that concept, and being a content creator myself, but we have to call it what it is. If it walks like a duck, it's a duck, right? So basically that's what we boil down to. But that are the similarities. Now there are multiple more similarities I could go into, but I just don't want to extend this video. But I want to tell you guys about what should be the most important aspect of it, which are what exactly are the differences between this game and Destiny, and what has made and what has been corrected to avoid that loop that we have within Destiny, and that this franchise where everybody gets hyped up, a new DLC comes out and we're like, yeah, it's about to, this is it, this is what's going to take it over, and then we get it only lasted a week, and people are sad, and you guys know what it is. So first things first, when Destiny was created, it was meant to be a PvE only game. Okay, so when the idea of Destiny came out in Bungie, it was meant to be a PvE experience only. Now they diverged from this and added PvP. I can understand why. PvP is actually a very good component of Destiny, but when the game first came out, it was only meant to be PvE. Now Outriders is only a PvE game. There is no multiplayer. There is no PvP where you're going to be fighting 5 versus 5, team deathmatch, none of that. There's just a PvE. So right off the bat, they're correcting it, because this tends to bring a lot of problems, not only to the way things are updated or fixed in the game, but also this franchise of the community. Because when you fix something in PvP, you mess something in PvE. When you fix something in PvE, you mess up something in PvP, because the guns have to be balanced, right, for both different types of scenarios. And you unbalancing one in one end, rebalances is on another, and then you just have this big commotion where the PvE community and the PvP community can't get along. So right off the bat, that is something that's different. Outriders is only PvE only. It's a single player game, but you're only able to play it with up to 3 players. Now Destiny, you're able to play it up to 6 players. So that is a big difference right there. So if you're thinking of getting like your raid team ready, or your team ready, you're just going to be able to play with 2 more additional friends, right? So it's you and 2 more friends. In Destiny, you're actually able to do events with 6 players. You can play with a total of 5 of your friends, giving you a 6-player experience. In addition to that, Destiny consists of a live service. Now, what exactly is a live service? A live service is a game that's out, that's missing content, or content has not been put out in the game, that you purchase periodically as you go through the game. Okay, so right off the bat, Outriders are saying we are not a live service. When you buy this game, you're going to buy the game, and it's going to have every single thing that the game comes with is going to be in the game. We're not going to take things out and put it in for future DLC. We're not going to take things out and put it for future expansions. We're not going to take things out and put it for future dates. When you purchase the game will be 100% complete, and everything you're able to experience in the game will be there in day one. So that is a huge, huge advantage. And I think that's something that's been corrected, not only learning from Destiny, but learning from other games like The Division, and learning from other games like Cyberpunk, which is definitely the most recent one, where you can be cutting content, and it's more important for you to delay the game than cut the content. And when the game comes out, you're like, why does this story look so different? Why it was supposed to be a bigger story, now it's a smaller story. because the company decided to cut out the content. Now, the other thing that we have as well is that there in Destiny, when you play Destiny, you play the campaign, and within this campaign, you play strikes, right? So you do a strike, and when the game ends, the campaign is concluded, and you want to do end game content, you have to replay that strike that you already played in the campaign. And this is what we called refried content, right? So it's content that is part of the campaign, and they make you play it again to your as your end game. Outriders said, no, we're not going to be doing it. Outriders said, you're going to play the campaign. The whole complete campaign is supposed to last you between 25 to, I believe it's 40 to 50 hours. That's if you do side quests. But if you play the campaign complete, it's only be like 25 hours. You play the complete campaign, and when you get to the end game, you will not be playing any refied content. That means that anything after you finish the campaign, I mean, you could go, apparently you could go back and play the campaign if you want to, right? But if you don't want to play, go back and replay the campaign, then you could continue playing the end game, and you will not be playing any refried content from the campaign. I think there's a huge leap, and it's something that the community has definitely band together and said, you know, enough is enough with this refried content. Now, just like I mentioned that in Destiny, we have a thing called strikes. Like I said, in the Outriders, we have expeditions, which is very similar to our end goal. Now, I know the question a lot of you guys are asking, especially if you're Destiny players, you're probably wondering, Laser, is there a raid? Come on, because we want a raid. Unfortunately, guys, there is not a raid in Outriders. There's no like six player event that you're going to be able to go with your friends and play. But there is an event that you are able to unlock when you complete all 14 expeditions. So remember, the expeditions are like strikes. There's a total of 14 strikes. Once you complete all 14 strikes, you're then going to be given access to another type of content, which is the Eye of the Storm or the Anomaly. And basically what this is like the high-end loot. Like it's technically a raid, but not really a raid because it's only up to 3 players. But I mean, in theory, we could call it a raid, but not completely, right? Not entirely. Now, there hasn't been any major announcement that they plan on adding a raid or if that's going to be a thing. I think they're kind of leaving it to see how people react to the game. If there's a big, massive community or influx of people playing the game, then I'm pretty sure a raid will be added because this game does have the ability and has the characteristics of having a raid integrated with it because there's a lot of things that go into it. But overall, in general, there is currently no raid, but there is like a sort of end content when you get to when you get after completing all the strikes. So there are a ton of other things I could definitely cover of the differences between the game, the similarities of the game. But overall, in general, for those of you who are saying this game is nothing like Destiny, you guys are completely wrong. If you feel that I'm wrong, prove me otherwise. Let me know in the comment section down below why I might be wrong, why it's not the game. The only other difference that I kind of want to pinpoint, because I know a lot of people will probably say, well, there's this difference in sets of, well, one's a first person shooter, the other one's a third person shooter. Yes, that is a big differential. I know some people prefer first person over third person shooters, but overall in general, ton of similarities in the game. And it seems to me that they have found the formula of what actually might be one of the best loot and shooter games coming out in 2020. I'm telling you guys right now, this game is a sleeper. If you guys are not paying attention to this game, you guys definitely need to start paying attention. Make sure you guys keep it locked to this channel. I'll have you completely covered with everything Outriders. But you definitely need to pay attention to this game because this game might be what everybody's been saying since Destiny came out, the Destiny killer. It saddens me to say that, but Anthem didn't do it. Godfall didn't do it. We have The Division, came really close. Couldn't knock it off. This might be the one that brings down the hammer in Destiny. But I want to know from you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? What are the similarities? If you see anything else, or what do you guys feel that's different that cannot be compared to Destiny? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.